Spurs fans, I've thought about it, and I've thought about it. I want the Eiffel Towers.
Go, Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stink.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. The lottery is in 4 days. This coming Sunday, FYI, it is 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a half-hour show. And, I was thinking about who I want. And it's Sarr and Spurs fans. We're going to need a top 3 pick to get him. Maybe top 2, maybe even the first overall pick to get Sarr. So we're going to find out where we're picking this Sunday. Obviously, I'd like us to get the 1st and 7th overall pick. But that being said, today we're going to talk about Alexandre Sarr. Well, I'm going over this draft profile from him, which is from Draft Nation. Drop a comment down below. Is Sarr a player that you'd like the Spurs to get if we're able to draft him at our position? Is there a lot of upside you see with him, or just like, nope, we need more floor space and we need a shooter. The Eiffel Towers are not going to work in 2024. Let me know. Hit that Something Like Sports channel and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs and sports community. Let's get into the draft profile for Alexandre Sarr. Position is a center, but he could also slide over to the 4. He is 7'1", 217 pounds, and he's only 19, and he is from France, so another French player to join Wemby if we were to draft him. Alexandre Sarr started playing basketball at the age of 4. His father, Massar, is a former professional basketball player, and his older brother, Olivier, currently plays in the NBA for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we kind of have a little brother rivalry as well. Okay, he joined the French junior national team in 2021 and helped them win the FIBA Under-16 European Challengers. He helped earn France the bronze medal in the 2022 FIBA Under-17 World Cup and the silver medal in the 2023 FIBA Under-19 World Cup. Okay, so he's got he's got a lot of basketball in his family, and he's already played a lot of basketball in his life. Sarr is an opposing 7'1" player with a 7'5" wingspan who can affect the game with his defensive abilities. He's a force at the center position who changes the trajectory of shots and blocks the ones that don't try to change. He has exceptional footwork and has the patience of a veteran shot blocker who knows all the tricks used to try to get him to leave his feet. He is efficient at sliding his feet and being able to leave his opponent to cause havoc on the other side of the rim. In 2 exhibition games this year against the G League Ignite, he had 6 blocks in each game. Holy moly. And that was against several future NBA draft picks. He is by far the best defensive prospect in this draft. The Spurs are quite good defensively with Wemby on the court. They're quite bad with him off the court. But can you imagine Wemby and Sarr and Sohan, oh my, as our front line? Moving right along. Sarr is an explosive finisher. He is an active cutter who exploits matchup problems, and he's a fluid ball handler who can pass the ball. All right, all sounds really great right now, Spurs fans, right? Well, of course, there are some negatives. If it was all positive, then he would be the general consensus number 1 overall pick by far. And this year, we don't have that yet. We don't know for sure who's going number 1, not like last season where our own Victor Wembanyama was drafted by our San Antonio Spurs, by the way, who got robbed of Defensive Player of the Year last night. That being said, let's move on. On the downside, Sarr is a turnover machine. He'll fit right in. Perfect. Getting called for travels and forcing a lot of passes that don't need to be made. He is not a consistent shooter and lacks rhythm in his jump shot. He needs to cut down on his fouls, and he misses big chunks of time in crucial spots because he is in foul trouble. He also draws a lot of fouls and will need to work on his free throw shooting. With the defense that Alexandre Sarr can play is very reminiscent of last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Jalen Jackson. As far as his strengths, size, wingspan, defense, shot blocking, draws fouls. His weaknesses, his jump shot, his foul shooting, his foul problems, and his turnovers. Again, he's only 19. A lot of this can be corrected over time. Final analysis for Alexandre Sarr, future San Antonio Spurs. Oh, wait, it doesn't say that. One thing is certain about Alexandre Sarr. You're going to get the best defensive prospect in the draft, hands down. If he can continue to prove his shot, you have a future NBA All-Star on your hands. He has game-changing skills, and he can be that force in the middle a team needs to put them over the top. And now, my 2 cents. I know not the general consensus, but what I do sometimes hear from Spurs fans is, hey, TSR, this isn't 20 years ago. Twin towers do not work today. 2 bigs don't work anymore in today's NBA environment. Well, it's working out for the Timberwolves pretty well right now, and they have a legit chance at going to the NBA. If they keep playing if they knock out the Nuggets and keep playing the way they are, they're probably going to the NBA Finals. Yes, they have very different personnel on their team as opposed to our San Antonio Spurs. I get that. That being said, why couldn't Wemby play kind of the role of Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, and Sarr play the role of Rudy Gobert? That's kind of what I see. That's what I kind of see. I would kind of hope if the Spurs drafted Alexandre Sarr, and that was our team moving forward. Yes, I have a soft spot for the Eiffel Towers. David Robinson is my favorite player of all time. Obviously, I love Timmy and the Twin Towers, although a short era. And we didn't get, more importantly with the Twin Towers, we didn't get to see them at their peak. We had a young Timmy who was evolved into peak Timmy at that time. But David was kind of at his peak the first year of the Twin Towers, but slowly injuries quickly affected his game. Not so much defensively, but his offense certainly became less efficient offensively and didn't have, of course, the athleticism he had when he was in his 20s. Can you imagine prime Wemby, and if he turns out to be what we think he can be with his upside with Alexandre Sarr, a prime Sarr, so we have a completely prime Eiffel Towers over the next decade. Maybe we get to see what we didn't get to quite see with Robinson and Duncan back in the day with these two gentlemen. I can hope, I can dream, and that's half of the fun with the NBA. Is just, hoping things happen for your team, even if they're not probable or logical or whatever it may be, you're hoping for the best. As far as the NBA draft lottery, again, I just want to reiterate, it is 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. It's going to be shown on ABC. I don't know how I'm going to watch it as of yet because I don't get ABC over there, of course. Luck would have it, I get CBS, NBC, and Fox. The one network I can't pull in where I live is freaking ABC. I think ESPN3 shows all ABC content, so I'm 99% sure that it'll be on ESPN3, which means I'll buy Sling just for the NBA lottery. I thought it was going to be on ESPN Plus, but it doesn't look like ESPN Plus is showing it anymore. If you guys see anything, if it's going to be shown on ESPN Plus, if anybody sees that, please let me know. I'd rather subscribe to ESPN Plus for 1 month. One, because it's cheaper, but two, I want to watch The Ultimate Fighter last season with Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, and there's a ton of UFC content on there and other stuff I would watch, and I have access to some of their exclusive articles online. So it would make much more sense to buy that app for a month than I'm going to use a whole bunch instead of Sling, which I'll use essentially just to watch a 30-minute show of programming. That's all I got. Hopefully you're having a wonderful week. It is Wednesday, and go Spurs go. I don't know. As always, go Spurs go.
And then you makes it to Wemby.